So hello guys, good evening everyone. This is our reporting for SAM. This is basic installation of Windows Server 2012 R2 Essentials. So first reporter guys, let's proceed.
Hello everyone, my name is Libert Ramos and I'm going to be the first one to reporting about the basic installation of Windows Server 2012 R2 Essentials. In this presentation, we'll guide you through the step-by-step process of installing and configuration of Windows Server 2012 R2 Essentials, a powerful server platform designed for small and medium-sized businesses. From my system requirements to initial setup, you'll learn how to get your server up and running efficiently. So basically, i- i-showcase namin dito is yung step-by-step process ng pag-install ng Windows and ano yung mga kakailanganin ng inyong PC para ma-install. For example is the storage, RAM, mga basic needs na pwedeng i-install para makapag-proceed. Next reporter please.
So the second one is mga requirements po siya sa pag-install ng isang Windows server. Kumbaga specification for the computer, which is system requirement. The processor is minimum 1.4 GHz and 64-bit processor, and sa memory is minimum 2 GB of RAM, and the third one is storage. Minimum is 120 GB of available hard disk space, and the graphics is Super VGA 800 by 600 or higher resolution. Next guys. Obtaining Windows Server 2012 R2 Essentials. So this one is the benefits of purchasing the Windows Server from Microsoft, which is once you obtaining the Windows Server, you purchase the license for Windows Server, and also the Microsoft offers for free 180-day evaluation version of software, so you can use it to test by installation. So next slide please. And the third slide is the installation process. So step 1 is excuse me, step 1 is boot from the media, which is you insert the flash drive into the system unit and install the media and boot your computer to begin the installation. And the second is follow the prompts, which is the way you install the Windows, like select your language, time, and the currency format, etc. And the third one is configure settings, which is you put your name such as administrator, password, and also the server, and the time zone. Next one please.
Initial configuration, Windows update, server rules, network settings, RDP access. Configuring a new Windows server involves several steps to ensure it is ready for use. Here are a detailed checklist for performing the initial configuration, including updates, rules, network settings, and enable RDP access. First is window updates. Ensure your server is up to date by installing the latest window update. Server rules. Configure the necessary server rules and features such as sharing, print service, and remote access. Third is network settings. Adjust network settings include IP address and DNS and firewall configuration to suit your environment. Fourth is RDP access. Enable remote desktop to protocol RDP to allow remote management and administration of the server. Next.
Joining a domain. Active Directory integrations. Integration your Windows Server 2012 or 2 Essential Server with an existing Active Directory domain for centralized user management. And also, work group or standalone. Alternatively, you can configure your server to operate in a work group or as a standalone system depending on your network requirements. Next.
So these are the three types of configuring user accounts. The first one is user management, group policies, and user settings. So the first one is user management involves creating and managing user accounts, assigning appropriate permissions, and controlling access to resources on the server. So sisigurado ng management na magkaroon ng right level of access ang user based on their roles and responsibilities. Next one is group policies. Group policies are critical for enforcing security compliance and productivity standards. By defining and applying these policies, organizations can standardize settings across multiple users and maintain a secure and controlled environment. So lastly, user settings. User settings allows for the customization of user profiles, desktop, and environments. The personal preference. This ensures a consistent and personalized experience for each users, improving interactivity and satisfaction. Next reporter, please.
Backup and restore option. Number 1, full system backup. Schedule regular full system backup to protect against data loss and enable quick disaster recovery. Dito is yung kailangan mo ng full backup or need mo nang i-save yung mga data na baka bigla mo may delete. Para yon is mabilis mo lang siyang ma-access ulit. Number 2, file and folder backup. Configure file and folder backups to safeguard critical data and ensure data protection. Number 3, restore from backup. Leverage the robust restore capabilities to quickly recover from system failures or data corruption. Next.
Last one is the wrap up next steps, which is dito is yung kung ano yung mga kakailanganin lang, like for example yung mga pag magse-set up ka na pwede naayos mo na lahat ng mga kailangang ayusin, then which is mag-download na lang or update na lang natin ng mga for example is the dates and antivirus and etc. Yun lang. Finish na.
So guys, this is our report for SIM once again. So without further ado, hope you guys learned something from it and wait for the quizzes. Thanks guys.